Okay, so starting this evening's festivities, we're going to have a gentleman by the name of Luigi Tramontana. He's going to be speaking on behalf of the Byrne Foundation, Vineland Fire Department. He's going to come right down here. I'm going to hand the microphone to him, and he can choose whether he wants to do this dance or if he just wants to hold the... What do you want to do, Lou? You want to hold them? You want to come up here? I'll stop. All right, I'm going to get out of your way. I'm just going to step right back over here. Going to hand this to you. Lou Tramontana.
Good evening, everyone. I've been asked to give a little background on the Byrne Foundation. Byrne Foundation's out of Philadelphia. It services the tri-state area. It's a nonprofit organization, and I'm a member of the board. So I've been a board member since 2006. Byrne Foundation was founded in 1973 in support of the area's first responders through golf tournaments and other events. These fundraising events, along with grants and donations, have supported the organization throughout the years and has allowed the Byrne Foundation to continue its mission of service to the regional burn centers, their patients, and their families. The organization supports the area burn camps for children between the ages of 8 and 18. There's one in Lancaster, one in Maryland, and one in Delaware. The Byrne Foundation provides a tuition for these individuals to attend these camps. They have a week of fun and sun in a setting where they meet other kids with the same experience and the same traumas that they've gone through. There's no cost to their families. They get to spend a whole week out in the great outdoors. The organization also covers the expense of elastic pressure garments, which are no longer covered by insurance companies. This helps the healing process and reduces the scars. The annual cost has been as high as $32,000, which the Byrne Foundation supports. So the money that's going to be raised tonight to help the Byrne Foundation, that's one of the major things that the money will go to. I want to thank the people that organized this event for thinking about the Byrne Foundation and for everybody here tonight for supporting. Donnie, happy 65th. Where'd you go? Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Lou. We really appreciate that. See, I made a mistake. I got to have a redaction here. I told you that Gary was the fastest bartender in the back, but if you'll notice, there's a whole big line over there because I don't know what to tell you. I can tell you that Darlene and Barry have nobody up on their side because they're so fast that they're pumping out drink orders. So if you guys want to get a drink, you want to go over here to the right. All right, so there's that. Thank you, Barry. It's $5. All right, next we have. I don't want to butcher this. I think it's Robert Oderisi. Is that correct? From the Italian Cultural Foundation. He's going to come right up here the same way that Luigi did. Well, you don't have to, but we got a Madigan speaking next, so.
You only got the name right because I told you 15 times how to say it.
So you got to tell me.
Happy 65th, Donnie. When the crew that put this event on came to me and asked me to help, there was no hesitation when they said it was for Donnie Fiocchi, it was for our firemen, for the Byrne Foundation. Cultural Foundation could not say no to that. So I want to welcome everyone here this evening, and we thank you. The Cultural Foundation thanks you for allowing us to be one of the benefactors of this event. Your contribution will go to our scholarship endowment fund. I just want to give you a very, very brief synopsis of our organization from back in the 1980s.
You want to get that? It might be fun. You might as well get that, Robert. You want to get that? It might be fun. Who is it? Tell
It's Carlos Mercado. Hey, you will pay for this. You will pay dearly. You will pay dearly.
Beautifully done. Good job. Thank you, Good job.
I allowed you to sit at our table. Never again. That 10. Okay, back to serious. The Cultural Foundation's mission that started out as the Sicilian American Club morphed into what is now the Italian Cultural Foundation. And our mission has always been to promote the Italian culture, support local charitable organizations, and help the less fortunate in our community, as well as provide scholarships to deserving students. Just to give you another snapshot from the 2018 calendar year to current, our organization has given over $110,000 to local organizations and to scholarships, and we have even greater things planned for the 2022 and 2023 year. I'd just like to take a moment. Would our board members please stand up? We have most of our Board of Trustees here tonight. Stand up. On behalf of our Board of Trustees and our members of the Italian Cultural Foundation, we thank the Byrne Foundation for all that they do for the many individuals that they assist in the community. Also for the Turkey Drive, who assists families at the holidays, things that we take for granted, going out and having food on the table, and many people do not have that. So we thank you for that. Most of all, to our Vineland Fire Department, you're the best of the best. Each and every day, you put your life on the line for us. Thank you.
I appreciate that, Robert. Thank you so very much. I'm going to put my glasses on here for a second because I think it's Stephen Blevins, right? It is, Stephen Blevins. And Stephen is going to talk to us about the Vineland Turkey Drive. But what I want to tell you is when we're done tonight, I'm going to have a bunch of drivers out here, and they're just going to drive all you turkeys right back into the parking lot so you can go home. This is a different turkey drive. You got them? All right. Come on up here. Stephen, would you like me to hold this for you? You got it?
I got this right here.
All right, perfect.
Okay, my name's Steve Plevins, and I'm chairman of the Vineland Salvation Army Turkey Drive. And a lot of people think, what is, some people don't understand what it really is. But it started 12 years ago. In September 12 years ago, when I went to the Salvation Army and I wanted to donate some clothes to the Salvation Army, and the director got a hold of me and he said, Steve, we got a problem. We got a problem. We don't have any funds to feed the people that we have. And the Salvation Army has 1,200 families that they meet. And he said, we just don't have anything. These people are going to have a sad and lonely Thanksgiving, and I don't really know what to do. And me, like being crazy as I am, I said, Director, don't worry, we're going to take care of that, not thinking how big of a responsibility it is. And the first thing I did was put together a team, a committee team, to work on this, just like Howie Roseman does with the Eagles. I had to put together a top team. And, of course, the first two you're familiar with, Michelle Lowe and Allison Trivarelli. They're the two best. Michelle, best social media person in New Jersey as far as I'm concerned. And Allison, great, Sir Speedy, fantastic for communication, flyers, banners, everything. But they were first. And then I went out and got a full squad. I have Paul Thacker as one, Minerva Alvarado, Carlos Mercado, Al Vargas, Julian Riley Howerton, the Rotary Club, Dave Scales, and the Interact Club with youth. So we put this team together and said, what are we going to do now? What's the next move? Well, the next move, we approached the ShopRites, because the 2 weekends before Thanksgiving, we have people stand in front of the ShopRites and get turkeys, and we have kettles, and they donate money. First, we went to the Bettino ShopRites, and the Bettinos are a great community organization. They said, Steve, no problem, you could do that, and guess what? I said, what? We're going to donate 200 turkeys to your cause. I said, unbelievable, man, you're great people, And also, the Lincoln ShopRite was very cooperative, too. So we stood in front of that, but we had to set up a system at the Salvation Army so we could find out who is eligible for these turkeys. So we had a group of people within the Salvation Army. Everybody's a volunteer. And we advertised the event, and they interviewed people to see, who are eligible for these turkeys. We also got Marcacci Meats. They got turkeys for us. We set up in front of there. They did a fantastic job. And also at Habitat for Humanity, Billy Gonzalez got us over there, and they collected turkeys the month before the event and drove them over to our facility, which is on 733 Chestnut Avenue next to Ash's Florist. And we have a big freezer program that the Salvation Army donated freezers for during the pandemic. That's where we put the turkeys. Also, after that, we said, okay, we got this straightened out, and now all we need is money. All we need is money. And remember, this is a Vineland program. This is for Vineland. We don't get turkeys and give it to Gloucester County or Glasper. Everything stays in Vineland, and everybody's a volunteer. So we went out, and all the businesses went forward and said, so many businesses. We had, GE Mechanical, with Gary and Frasiski and Sandy. They backed us up 100%. Vineland Construction, the banks, we got Newfield and Century Bank. Lou Magazoo contacted me and got the CEO Club behind it. And we had B&B Poultry with Mark Fisher and Josh. All these, and there's 50 total. But that's some sums I just wanted to mention. We also had to have 25 people, about 25, to pack the boxes, because with the turkeys, we just don't give them a turkey. We give them turkey, mashed potatoes, green beans, a drink, dessert. It's a package. It's a box. And what happened, the people drive around our facility. It's right next to Ash's Florist. And during the pandemic, you open your trunk, drop it in, and they go. So what happened is, if you see in Vineland, 2 weekends before Thanksgiving, we had guys driving trucks. Joe O'Rourke, Dave Scales, and Dr. McCann had trucks where they drove around Vineland, picking up the turkeys, bringing us over to the Salvation Army. So with all this, I take a deep breath, and this is 12 years ago, and what happened, we finally fed 1,200 families. And the 1,200 families, if you say there's 4 people in each family, that's 4,800 people. So that's a big chunk of Vineland, And again, this is a Vineland program. Now, last year, the governor contacted me, Governor Murphy, last year and this year, and he gave us a special commendation in Trenton for doing this. So this program is honored statewide. And also, Senator Cory Booker contacted us, and he gave us a commendation, a national commendation. So this puts Vineland on the map, too. This puts Vineland on the map as a great community program to help people in Vineland. It just, everybody's name, I see people here. I see Doug Albrecht. I see Sam Fiocchi. All these guys, Senator Testa. These guys all came up and helped, too. Everybody helped. So first, we like to thank everybody. It's been 12 years. We do this every year for 12 years. And we like to thank everybody involved, and thank Michelle and Allison for inviting us to the program. And we hope to continue this as long as we can to help the people in Vineland so they won't have a sad and lonely Thanksgiving. Thank you very much. Okay, all right.
All right, looks like you guys have figured out, there we go. Looks like you guys have figured out where the dessert table is. I'm just going to take a little off time here and figure out what we're going to do next, but I'm probably going to be surprising you with some pretty funny stuff. Well, I think it's funny anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like you found the dessert table because there's no dessert left. I do want to tell you the trick about the cookies. If you break the cookies downward, all the calories fall out, all right? If you've been breaking you over there, you've been breaking the cookies the wrong way. Start breaking the cookies the other way. All right, so We're going to start here this evening with our chit and chat, chicken chat with Michelle Lowe and Allison. And I'd like to introduce them, Chatter Chick and Speedy Chick.
Look at that. Do you know anyone here?
Is it off? You need it off.
Wow. Look at this crowd. Is this for our talk show? Look at all these people out here for our talk show.
They all came to Hollywood.
What's that?
They all came to Hollywood.
Can you talk louder? Because I can't
I
hear
can
you.
try.
Jesus.
Can
Did
you hear me?
even hear a word she
Jan,
said?
can you hear me?
Oh, my God. Can you hear her?
You know, I am loud.
This is our first talk show together. Welcome, everybody. Look at this audience for us.
Welcome.
For you and me.
That's right, just us.
Chick and Chat.
That's right. I'm Chick.
And I'm Chat.
And together we are the
Chick and
Community
Chat.
Chick Cat Girls.
Chick and Chat.
Chick and Chat.
Look at this. There's a lot of people here.
There are.
So-
but we
so-
didn't rehearse, so we don't even know what we're doing yet. So
Well, this is our show,
Okay.
and what we're going to do is... Are we at the Savoy Inn? Are
I
you
think
kidding
we are.
me?
Yeah.
We're at Savoy Inn. I haven't been here in years. I don't even recognize the place.
It's
Look at
the
those lights.
ballroom.
Where'd they get those lights at?
I don't know.
I wonder if they came from Ace Plumbing. They're beautiful. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Anyway, so I'm hearing... We're the community chicks, right?
That's
community
right.
chick chat chicks, okay? And we got the community news, what's going on around here.
That's right. And we
So
heard. a
I
couple
heard-
things, Yeah.
What'd you hear? No, what'd you hear? What'd you hear? What'd you hear?
That in July, it was your birthday.
Well, not my birthday.
It wasn't your birthday?
Well, I mean, that's not what we're
You
here
had
for.
a birthday. But you had a vision.
I heard that there's a big party going on here,
There is.
and I heard it's going to start any moment.
Okay.
And what is it?
Oh my God. I think it's called the community. No, it's not the community chit chat.
What's that for?
Oh, who's that?
Who is that?
You look just like.
July 17th.
We already know.
Okay.
I'll get this party started.
Go ahead.
We already know.
This is my uncle. Let's go.
That's your
Okay,
uncle?
Happy birthday.
So we're here for him? Are we here for this guy? You got to be kidding me.
Let's go.
Have a seat.
Okay.
You want me to sit with you?
No, we're
No,
good.
actually-
So we are here for the comedy.
We need you to sit down
the comedy charity.
and
roast.
grab the chair. Roll her in. Can we roll her in?
So, well, I heard.
Gina Marola Pinicelli. This is my uncle, Donald Fiocchi. Let's go.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for allowing us. Okay, so
Thank
we're
you.
here to do.
Thank you. Have a seat, Gina.
We are going to be roasting Donald Fiocchi Jr.
Oh, my God. Donnie Fiocchi Jr.?
Do you know him?
Oh, my God. He's my relative.
He is.
Distant. He always says we're distant relatives. I don't know why. Distant. Just say good, Gina. Just say you're my cousin. Okay. So anyway, oh my gosh, we got
Wow.
a talker in the audience today.
We do.
Oh wow, this is great. So, how about this? How about you and I go get that guy and bring him up here?
I think we should. I
You
think we
think?
should have a celebration. Let's start this
Let's go
part.
get Donnie. Let's go. Allison, do you have Donnie? Allison, do you have Donnie? Everybody, I want you to look on the dance floor because Donnie Jr. has to get dressed before he gets on that stage. Come on, Donnie. Let's move over because he's a senior citizen now. All this because you're a senior. Look at this. Slow. So Donnie, my cousin, I've been with you for a couple weeks now, talking a lot, right? Don't show them yet. So this is what we're gonna do. Paybacks are fun. Woo, baby. So I heard about Wallace Supply so much. And let me tell you something, I got nothing wrong with that because really in life to me, there's enough for everybody. There's enough for everybody. So to honor me, I brought some clues for you.
this on? Is this an audience or an oil painting? Come on, work with me here. Yeah. Listen, I just like to wish you a happy birthday. I got some. Yeah, 65 years old. That's really.
Getting old.
No, you're not getting old. You're old. You're getting older. Yeah. The better
Thing with the nuts over there.
nuts.
Well, they must know how big my nuts.
They know how big your nuts are. They're not big at all. Did you see the size of those nuts, Donnie? They're actually anatomically correct. Yeah, you had big nuts. No.
I haven't seen them lately.
No, man. All right.
Getting out of control.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get to that for sure. No.
Before we roast, can I say something as a aunt?
No.
Our niece that's super positive.
No.
Not our niece.
No. And then didn't I send? We got a leg cuff. We got any police officer? She's coming over. She's coming at the. All right, so we got a bunch of roasters here, a whole bunch of friends that are going to say some nice stuff about Donnie. And I'd like to introduce them. These are lifelong friends of Donnie's. One of Donnie's lifelong friends is Sam Fiocchi. He's going to come on up here and take one of the seats. Sam, thank you so much for coming out tonight. You're red, white, and blue. Patriotic tie. Donnie's going to love that for sure.
Hello. That was my niece Gina.
All I want to say
That's right.
is that you are always good to us girls all the time.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's all I wanted to say.
All right, so let me
Thank you,
translate
Gina.
that for you. The niece says that he's been good to her
Yeah,
all the time.
All of us girls.
All the
I
girls.
know that. Thank you.
All the time. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, we also have Chris Malench, who's going to be throwing a few barbs in there. Hey, he's going to come on up there next to Sam.
Thank you, Joe. My son-in-law Joey was thinking of me. He knows I drink Miller Lite. He's a good son-in-law. I got two great son-in-laws, and I got a future Frankie running around here someplace. There he is, over there.
Another member of the firing squad is Johnny Vanini, the one and only. Come on up here, John. Pick a spot. All right, just 1 second here. Now, I'm going to tell you, a lot of these stories that you're going to hear really came from Donnie's sister, Sherry, but she's shy. I asked her to come up on the stage. She doesn't want to come up on the stage. Maybe one of the stories that we can tell you guys might be able to help me get her up on the stage, or she might even be able to tell the story right from her seat, right? Okay, well, we'll save one of them. I got a couple of them here I think you'll be interested in, but on her behalf, her lovely husband, Rich Meralda, is going to come up here and throw a few punches, too.
Of course, Richard's married to my sister. This is a good thing.
You know, everybody knows Donnie Fiocchi, right? But then I hear, who's Sherry? Oh, Donnie has a sister?
Donnie has a sister.
Donnie has a sister.
Donnie has a sister.
And it happened to Aunt Marlene also.
There you go.
Big Donald's sister. Donna has a sister.
Perfect. Hey, I'm wondering, can I maybe use more than one microphone? We have a couple, 3 microphones up there. Yeah. Yep. We're gonna do like a. I have one microphone I could hand up. A couple of microphones. I can grab that. You want to grab that one just in case you need it, Sam?
Yeah, Donnie's got to remember the day that his sister and I, the day before we got married, we went to a wedding rehearsal. So we had the wedding rehearsal, at St. Mary's Church. And we're all there at the end, and Father Joe Toscani looks at us, and he says, if anyone would like, I'll meet you in the back. He says, I'm doing confessional. So Donnie turns around and looks at us. He goes, I'm going to go. He says, I'm going to tell him something good. So we're still there. Donnie comes back with a big smile on his face, shaking his head. You remember that one, huh? That was a good one.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Hey there. Hey, what? Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, we got plenty.
Hey,
I
Rich.
got a lot of
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah.
I got a lot of material here, Sam.
I said, I'll tell him what he wants to hear.
Yeah, that's it. I'll tell him what he wants to hear.
Hey, Sam. I was told that Donnie was quite a pain in the ass as a kid. You want to elaborate on that?
I'd like to say what a nice, sweet child Donnie was.
But you can't.
That's what I'd like to say, but I'd be lying out my ass if I did. He were a pain in the ass. And when he got together with cousin John Shelley, God rest his soul, they were like a terror. Luckily, I was a catcher on the baseball team, so I wore all my equipment whenever I visited Donnie, because I never thought I was going to go in one piece. But Donnie always threw something in our face when we were younger. He was the hide-and-seek champion of East Vineland. He says, aha, you never found me. I says, well, that's because we never looked for you. So oh, there is one other, well, he did tell me about the time before he met his lovely wife, Judy, who I think so much of, and that's, in all seriousness, she's a wonderful lady. She's a beautiful person. So he's bragging to me about how this girl was knocking on his door one night for 4 hours. I said, well, when? Did you finally let her out? So anyway, I have a few more, but I think we'll save them for a little bit. We'll pass it along to Chris.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, because you got there right there by the mic, let me ask you a question. Would you say that Donnie's friendship is valuable?
Sure, it's valuable. Donnie's such a treasure. You would just like to bury him.
Hey, Chris, while you got that microphone, let me ask you a question. Could you say a few words to describe Donnie? And why does his mom insist on him wearing clean underwear?
Well, a few words that would describe Donnie. He's modest. He's so shy. And he's so quiet. You know, when you go to his house really early in the morning, you know, as farmers, you knock on his door, and the door flies open, and he's in his underwear. And he says, hey, Chris, come in and have a cup of coffee. But that's Donnie.
He's telling the truth.
Oh, yes. And Donnie,
Can't lie, it's the truth.
and Donnie does have big balls. I've seen his underwear.
Clean underwear. Hey, Johnny. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. We'll come back to you in just a second. Hey, Johnny, Johnny, do you mind telling us a little bit about Donnie's love of cooking?
Donnie, I got to tell you a story.
Tell him that story? Cool, go for it.
Uh,
It's a good one.
no, this is another one.
Okay.
You can tell that one too, John.
Donnie, last winter, Donnie brought some venison he cooked over, and when Donnie wasn't looking, I gave it to my dog, Smokey. About an hour went by. Donnie says, hey, John, your dog, he's been licking his ass for about an hour. He said, what's up with that? I said, Donnie, he's trying to get the bad taste out of his mouth. I love you, Donnie. Love you like a brother.
Hey, John. You guys go back a long way. I hear you even do some hunting together. Did you have a most recent trip to Virginia on a deer hunt. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we go hunting every November. It's been about 20 years in a row.
You kill anything?
Yeah, we do pretty good. I know Donnie, he likes eating the hard-boiled eggs on the way down there. Hey, thanks a lot, Judy. He brings about 3 dozen with him. It's about 450 miles. That's 1 fart for every mile. We got stopped one year. I was doing 85. A Virginia trooper pulled me over, and I had my head out the window. And he says, I stopped you for doing 85, and not only that, you had your head out the window. He then says, what the hell is that smell? I just went like that. He backed up a few steps. He said, boy, if I were you, I'd drive a little faster. If you want to get where you're going alive. But another story, just true, by the way. Once we were in Virginia. This place we go to, they do an English-style pheasant hunt. Of course, we can't afford that. It's $250,000. A couple years ago, there's 3 old billionaire heiresses. They do it every year. And they're coming out of this pheasant field in their limo. Donnie runs over there to help him out of the limo. He puts his arm out, and the lady shrugs her shoulder. And she looked up. And Donnie looked her right in the eye and said, lady, your shit stinks just like mine.
I did do that.
So that's the truth.
Thanks, John. We'll sneak back around. I'm sure you got a couple more stories, but that was Donnie. That's for sure. Transparent, if nothing else. So, if you don't mind, Rich, could you tell us about St. Judy and the dusty refrigerator?
Oh yeah, this is a good one. I guess it was like Samantha was just born, 2 weeks old. And St. Judy, God bless her. 42 years of happiness. So Sherry and I, we pull in, and there's smoke coming out of the house. So I look at Sherry and say, man, what's going on? Something on fire? He's a fireman, right? So we get ready to go in the house, and there's this air hose reaching from the garage into the kitchen. And we looked at each other. Don't say too much. We go in the house. And there's Donnie, pulls the refrigerator out, gets the air hose, and blows all the dust out from underneath and back of the refrigerator. And Judy's looking at him with some good words. What the hell are you doing, Donnie? Now he's got the whole house full of smoke and dust. Remember that one?
I think her words were exactly something like, I married Dennis the fucking menace.
That's it. Yeah.
I can't disagree.
Right.
Telling the truth.
The best one was back in high school, last day of school, 1975. Donnie had two of his accomplishments or his co-eats or whatever you want to say. Accomplices.
Accomplices.
That's it. One at one end of D-wing and one at the other end. And here he comes, the mass bandit, on his little motorcycle right through the hallways, and everybody goes, "Who the hell is that?" Until this day, I'm sure there's someone that don't even know who it is. Remember that one?
Yeah. Where's Cindy at? Cindy, you remember that? I got some of my classmates from '75 over there. Oh yeah.
Hey, Johnny, would you tell us a story about the new Bronco or the old Bronco or the stuck Bronco? Because I heard a story about a Bronco.
Quite a while back.
We were first married.
Yeah,
Oh, she was pregnant with Andy. Yes, she
we,
was.
myself and my wife and my sister and brother-in-law, my brother-in-law gets a new Bronco. And back then, not too many people had four-wheel drive. Of course, Donnie had one. And we're out middle of the night. We're driving all over. We're spotting deer. And my brother-in-law decides that, hey, there's mud. I'm going to go drive through that mud. I said, don't do it. He did it. Got stuck. Now we're in Mill May somewhere. I had to walk 2 miles to the payphone. What are we going to do now? We're going to call Donnie. Half hour later, Donnie says, I'll be there. He came over. He's looking at me. He said, I seen that grin on his face. He said, I'll make it through there. I said, Donnie, don't. He said, there he goes. He goes right through this mud hole, 80 mile an hour to zero. Now what are we going to do? Well, Donnie had an axe. We cut some trees down. We dug out the Bronco, put some logs under it, and pried it and pushed, and we all were out there pushing, and we were covered in mud from head to toe. And we got the Bronco out to pull out Donnie's truck. Then we went back to St. Judy's house about 4:30 in the morning. Judy, cook us breakfast. Covered in mud. He said, hey, you got any raviolis? Cook some of them too.
Hey, Johnny, let me ask you questions. What did Donnie's kids call you?
You know, Donnie, he's such a great guy. He insists that his kids call me Uncle John. That wasn't an easy thing. Had to get him to stop calling me Daddy.
Thanks, John. Hey, Rich, could you tell us about the exterminator over at Donnie's house?
Yeah. Well, you know, Donnie, he's got this act, this thing. He's one of the, everybody has it, but he's one of a kind, you know. Poor Judy. Poor St. Judy. You know. How she can handle it is beyond me, you know. He comes and next thing you know, he'll say, you know, my stomach is, I think it was that broccoli I ate, you know. And here it comes. It's that odor. He can exterminate anything. There's another thing that, like, you know, Donnie, I don't think ever really grew up. he's from New Italy. And, when you're from New Italy, it's, the boys are, you want to say, the chosen ones, So, when it comes Halloween, here comes Donnie with his wagon and his tractor. He loads everybody up. And he has fun, just like the rest of the children that are on the back. So he's a kid he's a kid that really didn't grow up. He loves his water. That's, I guess, because he became a firefighter. He has to have water fights or water slides. But on a good note, he goes to St. Mary at the end of the year and takes the fire truck. And they have one day at the last day of school, and he hoses all the kids down. And he runs through it too, just like the rest of the kids. He has his fun. Donnie's a good-hearted person. We should be thankful to have a person like him in our community. He's always there. He's always there for his family. He's always there for his friends. I know he's always there for me. And I'm sure he's always there for everyone else. I love him like a brother. I wouldn't have anyone else that I would choose other than him. He loves his sister. And we have a good, honest, hard-working family. He raised three beautiful children. God bless him. He has two great parents. I thank them every day that I was blessed to have my wife and their family. And I can't say any more, Donnie. You're just... sometimes you're a ball breaker, but, it just comes with the territory, you know what I mean? And then, he'll get on the phone, he starts screaming. Rah! It's like, Donnie, you're screaming. What are you screaming about? Sherry says, what are you screaming about, Donnie? Just talking on the phone. But I keep him pretty mild.
Hey, Rich. It's kind of hard to follow those heartfelt words, but I'd like you to tell us, if you don't mind, two things. The first thing is going to follow the second thing, probably because of the first thing. But I hear that there was a first wedding anniversary beagle dog gift.
Yeah.
That you might be able to tell us about.
Yeah, it was. He found a dog wandering on the road, a beagle. So they were living at the time on Wheat Road in the apartment near Lee Rain. And he brings the dog home. Well, the dog stunk. So St. Judy decides they're just going to give the dog a bath. Two of them. 2 baths. Well, the dog shit in the tub. First thing. So you take the dog out, and he takes him in the living room. Now the dog shits in the living room. So that was it. Out. Dog's got to go. So what's he do? They had like a lean-to next to the steps, and the dog ends up on the roof somehow. And there he goes. He takes a shit on the roof. So after that, I think the dog got the boot.
So after the dog got washed, I think Donnie took a bower. What's a bower? Yeah, I'm supposed to know. I guess everybody in the Fiocchi family is supposed to know what a bower is, but nobody else in the audience does. Tell us what a bower is.
That's when Donnie gets a little bit. I don't want to. I guess you want the word intoxicated a little bit, and he'll take a shower in the tub and let it run for hours. One time, it ran so long that Judy found him with the water running out of the tub. and down the bathroom into the hallway. One time he got so intoxicated. It was Christmas Eve, and every Christmas Eve we have a party at our house with all the family, and so we started drinking Crown, and next thing you know, he ends up over to John's down the street, and they're drinking tequila. Well, Sherry ends up having to take him home, and it's a snowstorm. Donnie gets out. He has to go to the bathroom and take a piss. So what's he do? He starts laying in the snow, doing snow angels. Okay? So I'm like, what's taking these people so long? And they do is take him home. Well, she finally got him home, and he goes in the tub. And he starts with his shower in the tub again. So it was a good Christmas. Not for St. Jude.
It's almost never a good Christmas for St. Jude when he's hammered up like that. Hey, Chris, grab that mic there in front and tell me a little bit about Donnie's well-rounded personality.
Donnie, he is well-rounded. Because Donnie's got a dicky-do. Yeah.
What's a dicky do?
His stomach sticks out farther than his dicky-do.
Hey, Sam, grab that mic from him. I'm sure you got a few more you want to tell us. Let's hear what he got.
I'm just trying to think of nice things to say about Donnie. Look at him roll his eyes in his head. You won't still find the brain in there. You know that, right? So I was talking to Brother Butch, and actually if he was here tonight, he'd be standing up here because I think all of you knew him, know he would do it better than I would. So, but Butch, we're all thinking of you tonight.
That's right.
So Butch says, I told Butch, I said, look, I said, next trip to Italy, Donnie's going to turn 25. I said, why don't I take him to Italy with me? He says, that sounds like a great idea. What are you going to do from when he's 50? Well, then I'll go get him back then. But I will say that, you always heard the term, you can pick your friends but not your relatives. But I've been very fortunate that if I had to pick my relatives, I would pick every one of these here that are in my room tonight. So, how much I love you all. My son Nick is here, my sister Carol, all my nieces and nephews are over there. All my Fiocchi and my Chelly cousins. I know there's some here too. But I am so proud of Donnie, and this is in all seriousness, of everything that he does for everyone without asking anything ever in return. And let's be clear, these are lessons that came from his mother and his father who have done the same for everybody else. They do so much, and they expect nothing.
Thank you.
So Donnie, I'm so glad I was here tonight. It was between coming here and watching reruns of I Love Lucy. It was a hard pick, but my son said, "Look, Dad, you can DVR him." So I was so glad I was able to make it. But Donnie, thank you so much. You've done for everybody for so many years, and you're going to continue to do. May God bless you and can keep you on your path. Thank you.
And I know you guys are getting a little antsy here, and I was going to let all this roasting go. Oop, where am I at here? All this roasting go, but I would be remiss in my responsibilities. Now, when I get done, I'm going to have Robert Oterizzi come up here for a second, so don't let me forget that, all right?
Sure.
But I want to ask you, see, I wrote this down so I wouldn't,
Yes, so you
because
wouldn't forget?
I would forget.
You wouldn't forget.
Well, let me ask you, I ask you, Donnie, do you know why God made sperm white and pee yellow? That's so you would know if you were coming or going.
Edward. Yeah, that's it. I like that. I'd go with that. Yeah.
You go with that?
We'll go with that.
You heard Donnie, Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, what a duck, Daffy Duck, Duck. Well, I heard that, and I remember the story about a duck and a skunk. They were sitting on the, remember I tell you this? I might have told you this, but I don't think I told that. A duck and a skunk are sitting on the curb. And the Skunk looks at the duck, and the duck starts crying. And the skunk says to the duck, "What happened?" He says, "Well, I was walking behind my family, and a car ran them over. I don't know what I am." So the skunk looks at him, and he says, "I don't know, you're yellow. You're yellow. You're fuzzy. You waddle when you walk. You quack when you talk. You got webbed feet. And you're a duck." And the duck thanks the skunk. And now the skunk starts crying. The duck says, "Manja, what's wrong with you now?" Now he knows what he is. The skunk he says, "You're not going to believe this. Same thing. I was walking behind my family. Car came, killed the whole family. I don't know what I am. Can you help me out?" The duck looks at the skunk. He says, "Well," he says, "you waddle when you walk, a little bit of waddle." Says, "You're a little bit white, but there's some black in you. And you emit noxious gas out of your ass. You're Donald Fiocchi." So, bathroom humor, right? That's where Donnie comes from. And you got to have a little bathroom humor if you're gonna hang around with Donnie. So, but I want to tell you that Judy was so concerned that something had literally died up there that she insisted that Donnie go and get a colonoscopy. The doctor comes out of the examination room, and before he can say anything, Donnie says, "Did you find his head up there?" And he says, "No, but I found the tractor keys." How long you been looking for them tractor keys? If they were up your ass, you'd know where they are. Now you know. So Judy, she takes care of herself, and she's looking out for herself, and she heard what miners do to protect themselves from gas leaks. So she decided to keep a canary in the bedroom. But we all know how that ended up. 2 stiff peckers. I was going to say 2 dead birds, but, from the stories you tell, I think that little guy's got a little bit of life left in him, huh? Even with those nuts as small as they are? We're going to bag them up and take them home. You can take them home with you. All right. So Judy finally gets tired of Donnie's Dutch oven trick. I don't know if you guys know what a Dutch oven trick is, but Donnie gets in the bed and he farts. And we've already talked about what they smell like, but then he takes the sheet and he pulls it up tight over Judy's head. Anyway, she starts looking into a natural treatment for his smelly gas, right? And she buys him peppermint suppositories. A whole week's worth. A week later, Donnie was in the kitchen and he let one go. And through her tears, Judy asked if he had been taking the suppositories. He says, "Yeah, I eat 2 every morning with my coffee. But they're a little waxy." Judy says, "Donnie, you're not supposed to eat them." He says, "What do you want me to do, stick them up my ass?" I really appreciate all y'all coming out tonight. I noticed that nobody's having sex tonight because there's nothing on the Gumasagyam for the big soaking tub. So when you guys go home and you can't figure out which hand to use, it's because you didn't buy the soaking tub. Just a few more minutes and we're going to close the silent auction. Right, so if there's something that you like up there, go ahead and put your bid in. There's some really nice stuff up there. And in just a few moments, I'm going to ask Robert Odorizzi to come on up, if you don't mind. That would be absolutely fabulous.
Very good. Very good.
So this evening raised a good amount of money, and it's going to help out the charities. But those of you who don't know me, I always leave a little element of surprise that nobody knows about. And the first thing, we're going to help out some more families. Through our St. Joseph's Fund that the Cultural Foundation has promoted over a number of years, always has funds in that account for people in need. So the Cultural Foundation is going to provide funds for 50 turkeys to help out 50 families.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to ask the mayor to come up because we have another surprise that I'd like him to talk about.
Thanks, Robert. Donnie, you're a hell of a sport for this, and
Hey, you know the deal.
it's no
For a
different.
good cause.
It's no different than being in a club on a Wednesday night taking all the abuse. So, in honor of what you did tonight to raise money for all the charities and for the Burn Foundation, making an announcement on behalf of the Cultural Foundation and upon my charity as well, which we created a few years back, which your father is the first recipient of our Lifetime Achievement Award, and who we've named the award after, Donnie Sr. Out of love and respect for him and for you and your entire family, we are going to donate $2,000 to the Burn Foundation. Thank you.
Come over here, bud. All right. This has got to be one of the finest mayors we ever had in our town. He's improved so much that we didn't have before. The equipment, the fire department alone, what brand new, beautiful, great equipment we have, second to none. It's amazing, and it's nice to work with stuff that you can actually get the job done with. And he's accomplished that for us. We appreciate that. Thank you.
And we will bring back the First Responders Gala 2023. So we hope to see you all there in hopefully April. And that's just a great event that helps us enable to donate this money where it has to go. So, Donnie, for you, for the fire department, we're very happy to do it. And I hope that I'm able to stay with the foundation for a few more years to facilitate more events like this.
Thank you. I would like to say something here to the group. I really appreciate everyone coming here tonight. It's really a wonderful thing that you support all these events, and it's just amazing that we have such a great turnout from you tonight. But there's one other thing I want everyone to recognize, that I appreciate my family very, very much. And with that, I would like all of my family members, my cousins, etc., in this room to please stand up. I want you all to stand up. Thank you. Thank you. I'm blessed. I'm very blessed. I still have my parents, Donald and Helen Fiocchi, my godparents, Robert Ferrari, my Aunt Marlene Ponteri. They're both here. And it's amazing. My daughters and my son-in-laws. Great. I got a lot of family here tonight. And it's amazing. My wife. Oh, stop. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. My wife.
We're not quite done yet,
My
guys.
wife, I have to tell you, but I had to tell that story last. My wife, it took 7 years of chasing her before she would date me. But I got her, and I love her to death. Thank you.
We have a few more things we want to do, but Judy was very nice to donate 2 door prizes, so I would like you to pull 2 tickets out of this envelope.
Whoa, they came from the class of 75.
Oh, class of 75, I
Class of
apologize.
75 over
I thought it
there.
was
They
you.
brought.
You do everything, Jude. That's what I thought. Okay, so we have a. Is that, I don't have my glasses. So Tom Tabalski and a Laura Kolb. Laura and Kolb. Did I say it right? Kolb. Are they here? Laura's here. We're here.
Tom Tabalski.
Just give me out for the people.
Tom came all the way from the compound over on Garrison Road just to be here.
All right.
All right, if you all haven't put your final bids in on that big head back there, or the 3-gun table, or some of those beautiful Afghans handmade by Judy Fiocchi, I suggest you do that in 38 seconds because I'm going to close the silent auction in 30 seconds.
Bring fire, buddy. Hell yeah. You make it happen. I'm all right. All right. I thought it was pretty cool. It was damn good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the silent auction is officially closed. And I want to thank you all for coming out tonight in support of all of the foundations and for Donnie's 61st birthday. Now, he asked everyone that it was in his family to stand up, and I want to tell you from my heart to God's ears that everyone in this room is Donnie's family. And I would like you all to stand up and give him a big round of applause. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for coming out. You all have a blessed evening.
Love you.